Senior Connections, a show about senior issues and events. A guide to active, independent living. With your hosts, Margie Toms and Janet Halliday.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Senior Connections. My name is Margie Wimberly Toms.
And I'm Janet Halliday. There's a new name in town, and we are going to be told about the new name by our guest, Senator Joel Lourie, and Executive Director, Miss Mary Kessler. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Senator Lourie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, okay? The region that you represent.
Sure.
Kind of inform our
well,
viewers.
thank you.
Well, before we get started on those, I want to know the new name in town. Tell us what the new name in town is.
I'm going to pass it on to Mary for that one.
Well,
Okay.
the Capital Senior Center, that is about 18 years old, is going to be renamed and, well, has been renamed and rebranded the Senator Isidore E. Lourie Center. We will be providing the same services and programs as always, but we are very fortunate and very honored to be able to have the Senator's name on our building.
Yes.
And that's why we have his son here today.
about that?
And now, Margie, I'm sorry for interrupting
that's all right.
you. but-
Sure.
That's all right. We don't got it in.
Well, and Senator Isidore Lourie was the real Senator Lourie, and that was my dad. He served for 28 years, 8 in the House and 20 in the Senate. Retired in 1992, and you know, really had a passion for a lot of issues, but probably at the very top of that list, the two issues I think people remember his service for would be his work on behalf of seniors, and also his passion for civil and social justice. You know, he really is really outspoken on both of those issues at a time where, you know, few people were paying attention or really cared about issues like that.
And we are so happy, since this is called Senior Connections, and those are the very issues that we're concerned about with now. Now, Margie said, what do you serve the same area that
Pretty
your
much
dad
so,
served?
Janet. I do. I serve in my dad was in Senate District 21, and you know, every 10 years we have the reapportionment or redrawing of districts. But pretty much it's the same area. I picked up some because our state's grown a lot, and you know, the Senate districts are larger. But it starts around the Forest Acres area, Trenton Road area, and then just goes on out into pick up areas like Woodfield and Wildwood and Spring Valley, and on into a little bit of Kershaw County. So my district's about 90% Richland County, 10% Kershaw County, and there's a lot of overlap between my Senate district and that district which my father used to serve.
Is that Richland County primarily in Columbia? Because I live in Irmo, that's Richland County. Are you?
Yeah,
you belong
unfortunately,
to me?
no, but I'll always be your second senator, okay? But no, mine's really more of Forest Acres on to northeast Columbia. You know.
I see.
You're on the wrong side of town, but come on over, to our side. I'd love to have you. So.
Mary, give us just a general brief history about, and I'm going to say the Capital Senior Center before we just kind of transition there to the Lourie Center.
Of course. The Capital Senior Center was started about 1988 by a group of dancers, ballroom dancers, that were dancing at Arsenal Hill. They kind of outgrew their space, and then they also decided they wanted a little bit more to do than dancing. So they pulled in some of the more prominent businessmen in the area. Took them 10 years to raise $1 million. Then they applied for a PIP grant. The PIP grants were a vision of Senator Isidore Lourie. Way back when, they decided to use bingo tax money, and they passed legislation that, you jump in if I'm doing this wrong.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
They passed legislation that would earmark all of the bingo tax money to go for senior centers throughout the state.
And we ought to have a gazillion.
Well, we have 72.
We do.
We do. So they got some PIP money, and they got together, and in 1995 they opened the doors of what it was, the Capital Senior Center, which is 18,000 square feet. It's a beautiful, very versatile, flexible space, and it's only for seniors.
Now, when you say seniors, Mary, give us that age group.
Well, we have members as young as 50. 50 is our cutoff, so none of you 49ers can come. 50, and we actually have a wonderful woman who just turned 105, who is in our Strong to the Bone and Balance classes.
Is it in the same location that it's been all the time?
Yes, behind Maxie Gregg Pool.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and we are going to take our first break, and if you have need for the services of our sponsors, please give them a call and tell them you heard about them on Senior Connections, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler, and I'm here to tell homeowners that are 62 and older about a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage.
A reverse mortgage can give you tax-free cash, no monthly mortgage payments, and you still own your home.
Call Larry Reed now, your local expert, to find out if you qualify.
Ask for your free reverse mortgage guide and DVD. And when you call now, you'll also get this lighted magnifier absolutely free.
I live alone and rarely have visitors. So when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, I knew I was in trouble.
Help!
I could barely move.
Help!
I tried calling for help, but no one could hear me. As I lay there, I couldn't help but think of my kids and grandkids having to go on without me. I was terrified. It took 8 hours for my neighbor to find me. It could have been the end of me. That's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
We save a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes. For a free Life Alert brochure, call 800-485-5621. That's 800-485-5621. Call 800-485-5621 today.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help. Each patient has a team dedicated to providing emotional, medical, and spiritual support. At Heartstrings Hospice, we will ensure the time that you have together will allow you to be just her son and you to be just her daughter, because you shouldn't have to be anything else. At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help.
Are you or someone you love having difficulty getting into the tub for a bath or unable to stand in the shower? Call Comar Products today for help with safe, comfortable, independent bathing solutions. We specialize in products like walk-in tubs and roll-in showers. Our walk-in tubs feature hydrotherapy technology, so your bath is always warm and may even increase blood flow circulation and reduce swelling. Call Comar today to schedule your showroom appointment or visit us at 1759 Airport Boulevard in Casey.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. We are talking with our guest this afternoon, Senator Joel Lourie, and the director of the Lourie Center, the new Lourie Center now, Miss Mary Kessler. And Senator, why don't you kind of brief us in terms of what you were talking about a little while ago?
Well, thank you. I think it's important as people go and visit the Lourie Center. It's sort of a hidden jewel. You know, it doesn't have a lot of street frontage. You have to turn on a little side street to get there. It's this magnificent facility. It's 18,000 feet. It has all sorts of amenities, again, for people to use, exercise, dancing. They even teach karate, and it's really spectacular. And we're very excited through this rebranding effort because it's also going to serve as a great resource for the community. Wedding receptions, bar mitzvah parties, things like that, because we've got this tremendous opportunity to rent space out, ballroom type space, and just letting more people know that it's available, I think is going to really be an exciting asset for the community.
Definitely.
Well, that was my question. One of my questions to Mary is, how do you think this name change is going to impact the Lourie Center?
It's going to have a huge impact. Number one, we're so honored to be able to do this, that the family has felt that it's appropriate for this building to be named for Senator Isidore Lourie. That being said, it also gets the word senior out of our title.
There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
Senior.
Being part of the fold, there's nothing wrong with being a senior. However, people don't identify with that word in a real positive manner. So we hope we'll attract more baby boomers who are getting ready to retire, who will come in and use our facility. And then lastly, it is our rentals. We depend on our rentals to keep the lights on.
Sure.
We're a private 501c3. We don't get federal and state funding. We're not part of the city or the county, although the city and the county especially, has been very generous to us. But we think that by calling it the Lourie Center, it will have more of a marketable name.
A general appeal.
A more general appeal
Sure.
For weddings and parties and bar mitzvahs and what have you. And we are very busy with them.
Speak on some programs that you actually have at the center.
Well,
the
that's
center now.
That's really what we're all about. We're
Yes.
not, we're not selling just rental space. We are a program facility. We have 72 hours of programmed activity every week. Everything from aerobics, 3 different levels of aerobics, a couple of kinds of Zumba. We have Tai Chi, 3 levels of Tai Chi, 1 level of Qigong, 3 levels of yoga. We have special balance class. We have classes for people with arthritis. And also, open 2 gyms. One is a cardio center and one is a circuit training center.
Amazing.
But equally important to keeping our bodies physically active is staying socially engaged and keeping our brains moving.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask Senator Lourie, why do you think your dad was so interested in aging issues? I mean, obviously, some of these things hadn't even been discussed or talked about, these Tai Chi and all these programs. But why do you think he was so interested in it?
I think, excuse me, I think that if you look back when he sort of really was in the prime of his service, he was always interested in people that perhaps had not a great voice in government, whether it be minorities, whether it be our aging population, those that didn't have an expensive lobbyist to go down and advocate for them at the State House. And I want to mention real quick something before we go to break. This month is the 10th anniversary of his passing. And our family is just so honored and touched, and it has such a sentimental place for all of us that this is going to be what is named in his memory, and it just means so much to us that we would be given that opportunity and honor.
Absolutely.
Well, good. And again, if you have need for the services that our sponsors provide, please give them a call, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Woodash is having a mattress sale. Why pay thousands of dollars for a Visco memory foam mattress when you can get a complete 2-piece queen set at Woodash for $3.99? This quality mattress layered with Visco memory foam features a cool, comfortable quilted top for a comfortable, cool sleep every night. Highly resilient, highly durable, and best of all, at a discount price starting at just $3.99 for the 2-piece queen set. For the lowest discount prices featuring Visco memory foam mattresses starting at $3.99, shop Woodash today. Woodash, located in the heart of the Vista, 919 Gervais.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
I live alone, so when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, that's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 800-485-5621. That's 800-485-5621. Call 800-485-5621 today.
At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help. Each patient has a team dedicated to providing emotional, medical, and spiritual support. At Heartstrings Hospice, we will ensure the time that you have together will allow you to be just her son and you to be just her daughter, because you shouldn't have to be anything else. At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home. They are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. We are continuing with our guests, Senator Lourie, and the director of the Lourie Center, Mary Kessler. Mary, can you tell us now number of members that you have in terms of the center, and how do you become a member?
We have about 850 members right now. And it's very easy to become a member. Be over 50. Be 50 or over. And we have different levels of membership. The most accessible one is our annual membership for an associate member, and that's $25 a year. And that $25 a year allows you to be involved in all of our social engagement activities, including jewelry making and quilting and needlework and bingo and conversation, and use our computer lab, get a computer tutor, our dances and our dance programs. Then if you would like to just use our gyms, our cardio room or our circuit training room, that's $85 a year. And our rooms, our building is open 7 days a week. And
Sundays too?
Yes.
Oh.
And you know, there's plenty of time to get over there and exercise and work out in the gym. And that appeals to a lot of men. They enjoy just coming to the gym. And then for $225 a year or $25 a month, you can take any class you want as often as you want, use all of the facilities as often as you want. So it's probably the best deal in town.
Now, do you still have that huge bridge group?
No, that group, they were renters.
Okay, okay.
And they've since bought their own building.
Oh my, that was a huge group.
Yes. It was.
I want to talk about the Lourie Center, obviously, but I also wanted to ask you, what do you think your dad would feel? How do you think he would feel about being honored with this name change?
Very proud. I think he'd be very proud. I mean, I think that if you go look at his career, whether it be helping to establish the Commission on Aging or helping to promote and pass the sales tax exemption on prescription drugs, or even after he got out of the legislature and I became involved working with me on issues like the silver-haired legislature, I think he would be extremely proud and honored to be recognized in such a way, and I know that he'll be beaming down from above, gleaming from heaven, and very proud of what has happened in his memory, and the fact that it's all around the 10th anniversary of his passing. It's just very, very special to our family.
Sure, I'm sure. You were saying that off camera we were talking about some of the programs, and you wanted to include more male representation. What programs do you have now that men are really interested in, and what ones might you have in the future that you think that they would want to participate in?
Right now we find that we attract a lot of men to our Tai Chi program. Tai Chi. That's taught by,
sounds exciting.
There are 5 or 6 classes a week. They're taught by a very well-known master, Tai Chi master.
You already come by, Margie.
Yeah.
I got to find the time. I'm still a working lady.
Good for you.
Senator.
That's
Plus
great.
that she's not old enough.
Well, but we'll sneak her in.
We'll sneak her in.
Well, I'll get you a fake ID.
Yeah. We don't card people.
That's right.
That's good to know.
But we also have an outdoors group for hiking and canoeing and kayaking and that sort of thing.
So they don't have to actually have the activities right there at the center.
Oh,
you
no.
actually can participate in off-center.
We do take things off center, and we have some of our programs elsewhere. We consider ourselves a center without walls. We want to, any way we can get
everything you do.
Right. Well, thank you. It's kind of a challenge sometimes, but it is very important to us that we make our programs available to anybody who needs it, especially people with arthritis or any other physical challenge.
And we're going to take another break. And again, if you have need for those services, give our sponsors a call, and we'll return with more on the new Lourie Center after this break.
Yes.
Are you or someone you love having difficulty getting into the tub for a bath? Unable to stand in the shower? Call Comar Products, where we specialize in products like walk-in tubs and roll-in showers. Call for an appointment or visit us at 1759 Airport Boulevard in Casey.
Woodash is having a mattress sale. Why pay thousands of dollars for a Visco memory foam mattress when you can get a complete two-piece queen set at Woodash for $3.99? This quality mattress layered with Visco memory foam features a cool, comfortable quilted top for a comfortable, cool sleep every night. Highly resilient, highly durable, and best of all, at a discount price starting at just $3.99 for the two-piece queen set. For the lowest discount prices featuring Visco memory foam mattresses starting at $3.99, shop Woodash today. Woodash, located in the heart of the Vista, 919 Gervais.
Attention, catheter patients on Medicare.
I use catheters, and if you do too, please listen carefully. There is a new catheter that hurts less, and you can get a free sample by calling this number now.
Pain and urinary tract infections have been avoided by many of my patients. These new disposable catheters hurt less. It's an incredible new design that reduces pain. The eyelets are polished, so they glide smoothly and effortlessly across your sensitive skin. Call now and get a free sample. Medicare and your insurance will pay for up to 200 of these catheters per month, all at little or no cost to you.
Call now for your free sample. It will arrive with a complete 90-day order, and if it doesn't reduce your pain, we'll pick them up for free.
Please call 1-800-394-8763. That's 1-800-394-8763. 1-800-394-8763.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Are you or someone you love having difficulty getting into the tub for a bath? Unable to stand in the shower? Call Comar Products, where we specialize in products like walk-in tubs and roll-in showers. Call for an appointment or visit us at 1759 Airport Boulevard in Casey.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. We're having a grand time talking with Senator Lourie and Mary Kessler. Mary, why don't you tell us, you have a transportation van, I understand, too.
We have two. We have our 5 Points Wheels van. It was actually a 15-passenger Goshen bus. And we also have a 5-passenger van that works out of the Sheriff Lott's office. We've partnered with Richland County Sheriff's Department, and we use these vans to transport people for medical appointments in those areas.
Sure.
The 5 Points van also has a route, just like a regular bus route.
Yeah.
So that elderly, or not elderly, but people over the age of 50 can get on and off where they want to. And it's free. It's supported by, it's very convenient. It's supported by Spring Valley Rotary, United Way, the city, And it's a lot of, if you need any information, you call the Senior Center. Oops,
Well,
the Lourie Center.
The Lourie Center.
Yes, the Lourie Center.
It does take a little bit of time. Now, is there a radius in terms of the medical appointments? How far out will you pick someone out?
We have to, because we only have one vehicle to stay in the downtown area.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. And then I wanted to ask, what funny story, or what do you remember most about your dad? I mean, the dad, the legislator. What can you tell us? One thing that you remember most about your dad?
I think if I had to describe him in one word, there's several, but I would say passion. He was very passionate about the things he believed in, and he would not be bullied or pushed around for those that he disagreed with. I mean, he was very passionate about certain issues, and I can remember as a young man growing up in the house, and this gets back to sort of some of the work he did on social justice and civil rights. Back in the 60s, you can imagine some of the phone calls that would come to our house, and whoever was on the other end of that line, they got a real rear end chewing from my dad. They would call and say some other things, and they would get some stuff right back. So he was very passionate about what he believed in, and I think the state, no doubt, is a better place as a result of his work and his service.
Well, I think the apple didn't fall far from the tree, because I've seen you in some things that you were very passionate about too.
Well, thank you. You're very kind.
I think the first time you ran for the House.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I saw that campaign firsthand. But anyway, back to the Lourie Center. Is there anything else? I know you have fabulous Faye tours.
Yes.
And you always have a big list. And tell us some of the locations she's gone to. I mean, I can't even keep track.
Well, she's in Ireland right now.
Okay.
She took 16 people to Ireland. And the end of August, they're going to England and Scotland. In between, they'll be going to Bishopsville. They'll be going to the Newbury Opera. They will be doing, we have mystery trips, and those are fun. You don't know where you're going. We have a nice lunch. And it'll be a lot of very interesting things.
It's cool.
Faye is very clever about finding stuff. And again, all that information's on our website.
And they can call if they don't have access to a computer. It's been a pleasure to have you on today. And we're so excited about the name change. And come back and see us again sometime. And I want to remind you, if you want more information about the events at the new Lourie Center, we will have a web connection. Also, our website is seniorconnectionssc.com. You can find out information about past episodes and also our sponsors. Thanks for being with us today, and may the Lord be with you.
And have a good week, and we will see you next week.